Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. We've all been there, right? Scrolling through endless feeds, seeing someone else's perfect vacation or, that big career win. And that tiny voice whispers, am I doing enough? Am I missing out? Today, we're not just defining that feeling. We're giving you a roadmap to, well, freedom from it.
Indeed. We're going to unpack this modern phenomenon of constant striving, the pressure to always be better. And then, crucially, explore the surprising antidote that can bring, well, real contentment. We'll be exploring the well-known fear of missing out, or FOMO, as everyone calls it, and then shifting our perspective to its liberating counterpart, the joy of missing out, or JOMO. We're drawing on insights from Dr. Sarah Nasserzadeh in Psychology Today and Dr. Avinash D'Souza in the Indian Mental Health Journal. Together, we'll try to cut through the noise, not just tell you what these feelings are, but really show you what drives them and, most importantly, how you can cultivate a more fulfilling present life.
Yeah, our mission is to take these really valuable insights and equip you with the shortcut to being truly well-informed, giving you those aha moments about why you might feel certain pressures and, how you can reclaim your peace. We're diving deep to give you clarity and hopefully some actionable steps. So, okay, let's start where many of us often find ourselves kind of in the grip of FOMO. We all know the term, but what exactly is it at its core, and why has it become such a dominant force today?
Right. Well, Dr. D'Souza defines FOMO as the feeling or perception that others are having more fun, living better lives, or, experiencing better things than you are. It's not just a fleeting thought. It's deeper, like a sense of envy that really affects self-esteem. It makes you feel you're missing out on something fundamentally important that others are experiencing, like, right now. It's incredibly common in our hyper-connected world. And what makes it particularly potent is that feeling that you are actually missing these things.
I can definitely see how that plays out. It makes me wonder, though, when Dr. Nasserzadeh talks about this pervasive culture of becoming, how much is genuinely modern versus, just age-old human desire amped up? What's the core difference she's seeing?
That's a great question. It really gets to the heart of her argument. She highlights that while, striving isn't new, this culture of becoming is distinct in its relentlessness, and how it's so externally driven. We're conditioned from childhood not just to improve, but to constantly chase these ideal goals, the perfect job, the perfect relationship, that lifestyle. And they're often defined by external things, societal expectations. Social media, movies, TV, they all present these idealized narratives, right? Making us feel satisfaction is always just out of reach, always the next step. We're bombarded with messages that we must continually improve and excel to be content, always striving for a better version instead of maybe finding peace right now.
It's striking how deep that feeling can go. It's almost like we're told that arrival, just being content, is a myth. Perpetual motion is the only way.
Precisely. And what's fascinating, or maybe worrying, is that while it can be motivating sometimes, push us to grow. The constant pressure of chasing that carrot, well, it can lead to significant anxiety and disappointment. Dr. Nassim notes from her therapy practice, people are almost paralyzed by the fear they aren't doing enough, or that they're missing crucial experiences, lagging behind their peers. And it's not just big life goals, it extends to leisure, like feeling pressure to optimize every bit of personal life. Some clients even sacrifice sleep, precious sleep, just to cram more tasks in, losing sight of what actually matters because that fear of missing out is so strong.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. Social media, it's almost too obvious, isn't it? But Dr. D'Souza points to something deeper than just, looking at pretty pictures and feeling bad. What's the mechanism there?
Yeah, what he reveals isn't just that it's a platform for bragging, we all know that. It's that it's basically engineered to exploit our brain's reward system, that like button. It's not just feedback, it's a tiny hit of dopamine, potent. And this creates an addictive cycle, seeking instant gratification, attention, every scroll, every notification, trains our brains to seek more. It makes us vulnerable to FOMO's grip. We scroll for hours, maybe not even enjoying it, just out of fear of missing out, constantly checking feeds, almost against our will.
Wow, that's a powerful and, maybe uncomfortable truth. So it's not just what we see, but how the platform itself is designed to make us feel, incomplete. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the perpetual striving sets a societal standard, right? One that criticizes or marginalizes people who don't or maybe can't conform. How does that play out? What are the harms beyond just feeling bummed out?
Oh, it's insidious. It creates this narrow definition of success or happiness that honestly most people just can't achieve or sustain. Think about the pressure. Always look perfect. Be on the latest vacation, have the ideal career, and be a perfect parent, partner, friend, all at once. So people who don't fit this mold, maybe due to money or choices or just different priorities, they can feel like failures, inadequate, isolated. It subtly tells us our inherent worth is tied to our achievements, what we show off, not our intrinsic value. And that can lead to this pervasive sense of shame, driving people further into isolation or, the flip side, into this frantic, unsustainable chase for an ideal that just isn't real.
So, okay, this fear of missing out isn't just one single feeling. It sounds like our minds have lots of subtle ways to keep us trapped. Dr. D'Souza introduces some related terms, different flavors of this anxiety. Can you walk us through those? They sound interesting.
Absolutely. And understanding them can be the first step, recognizing these anxieties. So first, there's FOBO, fear of better options. This is fearing you're missing out on potentially better alternatives. Like, imagine trying to pick a restaurant and you spend an hour researching, worried that no matter what you choose, there's a better meal out there you'll miss.
Oh, decision paralysis. Yeah.
Exactly. Amplified by anxiety. Then there's MOMO, mystery of missing out. This is fearing you're missing out, but you have no clue what it is you're missing. It's this vague, nagging feeling that something important's happening, but you can't pin it down.
Unsettling.
Very, because it's an unidentifiable threat. Then, more positively, there's ROMO, reality of missing out. This is actually comforting. It's knowing you aren't missing out on anything important. Maybe you skipped a party, heard it was dull, or you chose a quiet night in and felt totally content.
The relief.
Exactly, it's validation. And finally, FOGI, fear of joining in. This one's specific to social media. It's the fear of sharing something, a photo, a thought, and getting crickets. No response. That silence or lack of likes feels like rejection, hitting self-esteem hard.
Wow. It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So many ways our minds can play tricks on us with this whole missing out idea, not just the big stuff.
Definitely. And beyond that general culture of becoming, the sources pinpoint specific root causes for FOMO, deeper than just social media itself. First, yes, social media comparison is huge, but it's fueled by fundamental needs. We constantly compare our everyday messy lives to others' curated highlight reels, leading us to wonder, what are we lacking? What should we be doing? Those perfect feeds aren't just entertainment, they become this constant, unfair benchmark.
Right, and then there's loneliness. That's an interesting link. Dr. D'Souza notes choosing solitude is different from feeling lonely. How does loneliness make us more vulnerable?
It's a crucial distinction, yeah. When we choose solitude, it can be restorative, right? We recharge, reflect. But when we feel lonely, there's an inherent sense of lacking connection. And in that state, we're much more prone to those unfavorable comparisons. We look at others' seemingly buzzing social lives through the lens of what we feel we lack, confirming our isolation. Social media, then, can become this painful mirror, reflecting back what we think are our own social shortcomings. The paradox is the more we scroll because we're lonely, often the more isolated we end up feeling.
That makes perfect sense. A vicious cycle. And finally, the sources highlight a lack of internal happiness. This feels fundamental.
It really is. If we have low self-esteem, maybe chronic anxiety, or if we primarily seek happiness externally, looking for validation through achievements, stuff, other people's opinions, we're far more likely to feel others are happier, more figured out. This constant hunt for external validation fuels the whole FOMO cycle. It's a never-ending chase where real contentment stays just out of reach, and this external focus can lead to a whole cascade of issues. More anxiety, depressive symptoms, low self-esteem, impulsive decisions, like overspending or saying yes to everything, sometimes resulting in actual burnout and deep regret when reality doesn't match the hype, or we realize we've wasted energy chasing things that don't truly fulfill us.
Okay, so if FOMO is this pervasive problem rooted in culture, psychology, technology, what's the solution? The picture you painted is clear, and yeah, it can feel like an inescapable trap. But thankfully, the sources don't just leave us there. They introduce this really liberating concept, what Dr. Nessertea calls arriving instead of endlessly becoming. The antidote, JOMO, the joy of missing out.
Precisely, JOMO. As Dr. D'Souza describes it, it's the emotionally intelligent antidote to FOMO. It's about being present, content with where you are in life right now without constantly comparing yourself to others. Instead of always aiming for future goals, arriving means you pause. You acknowledge where you are, and you feel comfortable, grateful, content with what you already possess, recognizing that, hey, in many ways, you've already arrived. It's about tuning out that background noise of shoulds and wants and consciously choosing peace and presence.
So it's not about lowering your ambition or settling. It's more about finding genuine fulfillment now, which we often overlook chasing the next thing. Dr. Nesserzadeh says embracing JOMO actually deepens our connections. How does stepping back from all that noise make us more connected? That seems counterintuitive at first.
It is profound, actually. Think about it. When you're constantly distracted by what everyone else is doing, or by that next notification ping, you're only partially present. Partially present in your own life, with the people right there with you. Embracing JOMO means you put down the phone, you silence the external chatter, and you truly engage. This allows for deeper conversations, more meaningful shared experiences, a greater appreciation for the relationships you already have. It shifts your focus from the quantity of superficial online connections to the quality of real human interaction offline. It's about being present with your loved ones, not just physically in the same room, but truly with them.
That feels incredibly valuable, especially now. But it raises a big question. How do we embrace realism? Let go of that idealism fueling FOMO, that idea perfection doesn't exist. Easy to say, much harder to really internalize, isn't it?
It is a huge challenge because society constantly feeds us these curated images of perfection. It's everywhere. The answer lies in consciously accepting that perfection doesn't exist, not for anyone. It's a myth. Realizing we are enough and we have enough helps us let go of that constant comparison. It lets us cherish our own unique paths. This acceptance allows us to be kinder to ourselves, and it actually helps form deeper, more authentic connections because we're not trying to keep up with some illusion anymore. It's about recognizing that your life, with all its imperfections, is inherently valuable and worthy of appreciation right now, just as it is.
I absolutely love that phrase. We are enough. We have enough. It reminds me of something Dr. Megan Fleming said, quoted in the Psychology Today piece. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. It's greener when you water it. Such a simple, powerful metaphor. What does watering your own grass practically mean here in terms of cultivating JOMO?
It means directing your energy, your attention, your resources towards what truly matters to you and your life, right here. Instead of constantly looking over the fence at someone else's seemingly perfect lawn and feeling inadequate, you invest in your own. This could be nurturing your passions, strengthening your relationships, focusing on your health, contributing to your community, whatever is meaningful to you. It's about understanding that the effort you put into your own life is what makes it flourish. Not endless comparisons. It's a conscious act. Cultivating your own contentment rather than seeking external validation or chasing some elusive ideal.
That's a powerful call to action. Okay, let's get practical then. Our sources give several really actionable strategies for cultivating JOMO, for living more intentionally. We're not just talking wishful thinking. These are tangible steps people can take.
Exactly. These aren't just abstract ideas, they're daily practices you can integrate. First up, proper use of one's time. This goes beyond just, scheduling. It's about prioritizing and scheduling things that are important to you, whether that's working out, meeting a friend, finally starting that project. It's about making your time your priority. Consciously deciding what gets your precious hours instead of letting external pressures just fill your calendar. Like, if you value reading, carve out dedicated time for it. Don't just hope you'll get to it after an hour of scrolling.
That's a game changer, isn't it? So many of us let our calendars get filled by others' demands. Okay, then there's live in today in the present. Sounds lovely, but what does that mean when tomorrow's pressures feel so real?
It means practicing self-compassion, for one. Be easy on yourself during bad days. Acknowledge them without piling on judgment. And on good days, maybe treat yourself to a relaxing evening. Really savor it. It's about embracing and celebrating good news without needing to immediately broadcast it for likes or worrying if someone else's news is better. It means savoring moments, a delicious meal, a beautiful sunset, a kid's laugh purely for your own enjoyment, not for the gram. Appreciating the now, not just rushing through it.
It resonates. Finding contentment in the small things. And of course, a huge part is managing our digital lives, digital-free hours.
Yeah.
How can we realistically do this without feeling totally cut off?
It starts with being intentional. Maybe unsubscribe from accounts or unfollow people that consistently trigger that FOMO feeling or just make you feel bad. Set daily limits on apps, maybe, or even delete them from your phone for certain times or certain days. This isn't about isolation. It's about reclaiming mental space. Use those digital-free hours for reflection, to just sit with your thoughts or do a hobby. You might be surprised how much mental clutter clears out when you're not constantly bombarded by pings and notifications.
I tried this recently. The first hour felt like withdrawal. But then, yeah, something shifted. It really showed how much headspace those pings took up. Okay, that leads to learn to say no. This might be the hardest one for many people pleasers out there.
It truly can be, but it's powerful self-love. You don't have to go to every event, take every call, agree to every request. Saying no protects your well-being, your time, your energy. It's essential self-care. It means setting boundaries, Recognizing your peace is a non-negotiable priority, even if it disappoints someone short term. And remember, saying no to one thing means you're saying yes to something else often. Saying yes to yourself.
Such an important reminder. And if we do all this, what's the payoff? The sources talk about live a real life. What does that look like?
Well, the biggest payoff is reclaiming time and mental energy that was getting sucked away by scrolling or worrying. Use this reclaimed time for things you genuinely enjoy, things that nourish your soul. Maybe cooking a great meal, spending time outside in nature, doing something creative, or just being truly present with family. Instead of getting caught up in social media drama or comparing your life constantly, it's about actively building a life that feels authentic and fulfilling to you.
And tied into that, slow the pace and enjoy life more. In our always-on culture, this feels almost revolutionary.
It kind of is, and it takes conscious effort. Maybe take time to think before speaking. Embrace quiet moments just sitting in silence, noticing your surroundings. Use waiting time, not to whip out your phone, but maybe just to sit with your thoughts, listen to the sounds around you, observe people. Slowing down can boost creativity, improve focus, help us truly appreciate connections and the beauty around us instead of just rushing through everything. Appreciate the journey, yeah.
I love that. Taking that pause brings so much clarity. Finally, reflection. How does this fit into building a JOMO mindset?
Reflection is key to making these shifts stick. It's about reconnecting with yourself and with the people who truly matter. Maybe journal about fulfilling moments, what made you feel genuinely happy, connected, peaceful. Build on those. Maybe get to know your neighbors, call an old friend, spend time on real conversations instead of worrying about your online social calendar. Reflection helps you identify what actually brings you joy and satisfaction so you can prioritize it more consistently.
The Psychology Today article also had some great practical exercises too, like daily practices. Start each day acknowledging one thing you're grateful for in your current life. It could be tiny, a warm cup of coffee, sun shining. Make a list of things you're good at, admired for, things people compliment you on, and then consciously nurture those. If you're a great coach, focus there. Maybe don't stress about writing a book if it's not you. Keep a journal to reflect on daily experiences. Focus on moments of connection, fulfillment. What brought you joy today? When did you feel truly present? Make it a habit to send messages of gratitude to people, a simple thank you or a note appreciating their support. And crucially, be mindful of the media you consume. Choose sources that enrich your life. Avoid those that just make you feel inadequate or fuel comparison.
Absolutely. These practices, taken together, they really shift your perspective from what am I missing to what do I truly need and what do I already have. It fosters peace, intentional living, helping you appreciate what's here, now, instead of perpetually chasing some illusion of more or better, finding richness in the present.
This deep dive really makes it crystal clear. JOMO isn't about isolation at all. It's about making conscious choices that align with your personal values. It's about saying no sometimes, so you can say yes to meaningful experiences, whether that's deep conversations, creative time, or just resting, enjoying solitude without guilt. It's a reorientation.
Exactly. It's ultimately about quality over quantity, choosing experiences that nourish the soul rather than chasing that illusion of missing out. It's a powerful reminder that true happiness doesn't come from doing everything, but from doing what truly matters to you, finding your own definition of a rich life.
So here's a thought for you to carry forward as we wrap up. Instead of having FOMO over, silly social media stuff, maybe we should cultivate FOMO over missing moments with loved ones, over missing a breathtaking sunset or genuine belly laughs with friends, the feeling of walking barefoot on grass, hearing the ocean, sharing good food with family. What are you truly afraid of missing out on deep down?
That's a powerful reframe. What stands out to you, listening right now, as the most impactful shift from FOMO to JOMO? And maybe, how might you start to water your own grass today, making one conscious choice to embrace what truly enriches your life?
That's definitely a powerful question to reflect on. We really hope this deep dive has given you some valuable tools, maybe a fresh perspective, to embrace the joy of being right where you are.